Good morning.
If we don't have enough left over, we can ask for additional appropriation to get us through the year to give, council is an agreement to allow us to spend, a certain amount of
Yes,
money.
he told us that he had to advertise some additional appropriation
Yes.
and approve it, and then they have to have, at one of their meetings, approve it.
Because I know we do have a line item that, that could probably be used for, but I'm working with a company to work on our asset management plan that we have to have in order to go after community crossing grants.
So
So,
would it be quicker so we can get going this winter when creeks down and ground stabilized to advertise for the additional appropriation, and then we could approve it at the next meeting or the October meeting, so it can be approved as the October county council meetings.
Is it not possible to take any money out of the bridge fund?
no, we do have a line item for federal bridges. But you would have to ask for additional appropriation because what you're asking, I don't have enough in that line item. I do have another line item for bridge repairs. We could possibly transfer some of those funds to that line item, but I'm not sure right now if it's going to be enough to repair. To do. So I guess if we were in action on our part today to commit those funds,
What about Riverboat or some, county farm? There's hundreds of thousands in both of those, so take 100,000 out of each. What?
that's going to be a question for the
That's
council,
possible, yeah.
and additional appropriations that have to be done for that because.
Right.
This
Right,
year has
right.
already been spent, for those funds. So again, additional appropriate, we can act on it
How much is in there?
today.
There's less than 100,000 in county farm.
Oh. Okay.
If we acted on it today, then we could allow the council to decide which one of those funds they want, commit to. I mean, are you in agreement of that?
I am going, after this meeting, I will have to advertise for additional, so, mhm.
Okay.
So if you tell me a time, I could slip it in that. If not, I'll wait till, it'll be November probably
So
for.
with additional, do we know what it's gonna take, like for the asset and stuff, they kind of pre-plan for what the additional,
No.
right?
I know I have 107,000 on our line item. Rusty are you aware of any more expenses from BS Engineering for bridge repair? Because I think there's, 150,000?
Approximately, yeah.
I just know that we've got two bridge plans that we'll have to end up paying the fees for the plans that they're developing. We just got the permit back from DNR stating that we could go ahead with the, bridge building.
So you don't know how much money,
No, I do not. All I can tell you is the last two
BS
plans
is finishing
were
their
9,000
contract.
each, so.
BS is finishing their contract, right?
Yes.
And so I know we just paid them 30,000 to 40,000 this past month.
And that may include the two bridges I'm talking about.
Okay.
So I haven't got the paperwork on it. Let me investigate that, but I'm pretty sure since we got the permit back, that may include those two bridges.
Well, how about this?
Should have been an emergency. I don't really want to see that, U.S. Honey do more drawings that for us, or,
I think you guys have already had
yeah, it's
another,
already,
they have another firm.
What do you,
He's on behalf of the highway department,
Okay,
yeah.
okay. All right. Because I'm talking,
Yeah,
so,
I'll show.
um, if the council is okay with us committing, 200,000 to, and that was the amount that you talked to Dudley about. I guess,
it sounds like that number would maybe fluctuate from the county, but it takes 200,000 then to be committed to get the
Yeah.
contract in place.
so they can move forward, because I just hate holding that up.
Right.
These people work very hard
I agree.
on this, and at one point, 50% of people say it's a waste of money, 50% will love you for doing it. It's where you just take a chance, and it is the oldest bridge in the state of Indiana, covered bridge existing in the state of Indiana in the original site. There are people who go down there and look at it. I was down there the other night, right after they mowed, there were people down there. I say we 100% back it.
That's fine, and so if we want to make a motion then today to approve additional appropriation for 200,000 out of Cume Bridge, is that what you want to take it out of, or do you want to see if the council, because she's got to advertise it.
I would approve it.
Can we move funds into Cume Bridge after we take them out?
I don't think you can take that out of King Bridge. It's a non-inventory bridge in the highway.
Oh, okay.
department. I don't think you can.
Okay.
Well, then,
I'm
I
not
did-
trying to cause a problem, I'm just saying.
that may be the opinion.
Legal.
Yes, well, we have a line item that is designated
Right,
for covered bridges, but that's
Right.
only about, what, 40,000?
Yeah,
Right.
and it's down to like 32,000.
32,000, because we paid for the bridge up at Rockville.
So I guess we could, approve the additional amount needed, 170,000 to come out of wherever fund the council. We have to, talk with them to see which ones we're gonna advertise, because you're not gonna pay for today.
Yeah, I'll have to see.
But at least,
Those numbers I was showing you the other day, they correct from last year, that we made over $1 million more than we spent in county general last year.
yes.
County general's healthy, healthy enough for that.
I would approve it based on the contingency that Dudley and the council confirms the county along with that. I mean, to me, I don't care as long as they approve the county comes out of our funds.
And so if they're okay with using 30,
Yeah.
whatever, 30,000, and then the rest come out of
Yes.
whatever funds.
It's a great,
That's yours.
that would be my motion, based on that, I would assume they would take the repair money, the 37,000, and then appropriate additional from another fund, whether it's county general, whether it's a different fund, but that would be up to them, how they pull those.
And can't, we
funds
can
appropriate.
do that out of Kim Bridge, is that correct?
I would have to look at it.
Okay.
I mean, you can,
Well, we do have a covered bridge.
Yeah.
Line item.
I would,
Fund.
they can do an additional from the general fund to the covered bridge fund.
Right,
Okay,
to that repair fund.
okay, so that's what you wanted out of,
Yeah, we're gonna pull it out of the repair fund, I think, and then where they come up with the 170,000, we have up to them.
Just see, we have coverage maintenance, but there's only about 24,000 of that,
If they can come from Hume Bridge, then
right?
that would probably be the best case scenario, but we'll have to do a little research between now and then to verify that.
I thought there was two different funds, the repair, covered bridge fund, and,
Like 12,000 or something.
yeah, and then the levy fund, which was.
We did, but that's in Q Bridge.
Okay,
And so we just gotta make sure that we can use those funds
okay.
legally.
Right.
Otherwise, we'll have to use some other funds, you know, to help you out. And that's gonna be on the council to decide, you know, which funds they
Right.
wanna use.
I think some rest can bridge. Ask them to look at county general first
Right,
and leave Cume Bridge alone.
yeah, yeah.
Well, we are reestablishing our, Q Bridge, some of our Q funds this year. I don't know how much, but they are going to be reestablished. So we can raise them a little bit to help you out with your bridges, Rusty, so you can remain calm.
We're trying.
With that also being said, I would definitely wait on council's approval to do anything at this point.
Well, yes.
So,
We
just
can't
because,
sign that
yeah, just because we
contract
say
until we
something
show
doesn't.
Proof of finances, so we
Right.
can't. That brings up the question, it's kind of like the mural project, where part of the money was private, and part of it was county money. Does the county sign the contract and us sign it both, or how does that work?
The biggest problem is if you're spending public funds on public property, the Gates Bridge is county property, then you have to bid it. That's the
You
rule.
you didn't bid the mural project, you just let them bid it.
Mural is a service, it's a different statutes that apply to it's a public work.
But to bid it, then you gotta have an engineering study, and that adds another $40,000 to $50,000.
Well, I can understand the rules.
Yeah.
If you-
And then
Expenditure of public one penny
bid.
public funds make it have to make sense of the bidding process.
But to bid it, Rusty, that doesn't mean doesn't firms bid without charging anything. That's part of their thing, either they get it or they don't. There's no fee, there was a fee because you had the drawings. That was the problem, I didn't bid. I'm not paying for a bid.
So you have to have engineering specs and all that.
Well, yeah, but they can, right, am I thinking right?
What's that?
Bid doesn't cost any money, that's what we're trying to do. Is get work.
The problem we'll have, we would have to advertise that fully, on our behalf, so it would be contingent on what they have engineered out would be suffice to have it, which I'm sure it would be, so.
I guess, yes, you're right, Henry, if some other thing, some other firm came in cheaper, or paid them X number of dollars to do the engineering, yeah, that's an issue. But as far as just a bid, it shouldn't cost anything. We're trying to get work.
Kent, what's the scenario? If we allocate the 200,000 to get the contract, and I'm not sure what the timeline would be, but they are able to come up with the remaining funds on their own and private donations, does that change anything? Does it change anything for them if we allocate the funds for them to get the contract and then they don't use any of the funds? I know it's a complicated question. but-
Yeah, that's a unique, I don't know, I've been in that situation. I would probably, anything that looks like skirting is skirting.
Right.
I'm not saying that's skirting back, what we pay you for. You can't, but, hey, what if we try?
Yeah.
A bad side, or, I mean, there's criminal liability for avoiding the whole work.
So let me ask you this, what's the chances in your belief that you can come up with the remaining $198,000-ish?
The tax levy, this budget is meant 40,000. We accept that, does that still require us to bid?
Yeah.
So you're talking, we have to come up with another 240,000. Yes, he said we accept even the 40,000 from the tax levy, we gotta get engineering specs.
We were here at least, what, 6 or 9 months ago, talking about this, and I thought it was resolved, that we did not have to bid it, that we had.
If it was private money.
If it was not private, right?
Since you're. Since these funds are being used, I can. Well,
Well, honestly, Carol, the bridge would have probably been in the creek by now, I have not done much, you know.
Pardon?
I said, honestly, the bridge would have probably been in the creek by now,
Okay.
had you not done what you done, so that's been a waste.
Well, it's been one hurdle after the other.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Well, if we do, the price will probably go up by at least 50%. That's the problem too.
I would unfortunately not disagree with that statement. So why don't, I think, you know, in the scheme of things, if 2 weeks isn't the end of the world, why don't you leave here today and know that in 2 weeks from now, we would allocate the money? That would give us a little time to talk with the council and kind of get a better thought process with them and where the funds should come from. And it would give you guys a little bit more time to think of the repercussions of going with public money opposed to private money. It would give you guys a little bit of time to think and talk with your guys' engineers and talk that out, opposed to rushing it. I mean, in the scheme of things, 2 weeks is probably not the end of the world. So I would maybe recommend that we table this for now. Let us talk to the council behind the scenes, let you guys talk to your engineer firms behind the scenes, and then come back to us in 2 weeks, and we'll all have a much better plan in place. And be able to discuss it and see what your guys' thoughts are moving forward, and know what our thoughts moving forward with the council standing behind, both of us that way, opposed to guessing.
that's solid.
Okay, that would be my recommendation at this point. And we do appreciate everything that you're doing. It just, there are hurdles when it comes to public funds, so. But we'll work through them best we can and help any way that we can.
Appreciate it.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Can I get one of you guys? 30 minutes.
I'll make an motion.
All right, second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Claims 1,233, the amount of $166,671.71, and published claims and payroll.
Make that motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Yeah. The July report of collections as submitted to the recorder and the health, the clerk's reports, and then the review and acknowledgement, which we had a treasurer's bank reconciliation and not comparison between the funds for August 2021.
I will make that motion.
I will second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
1, 3, Landfill, contract extension. Okay, she had called because I think she was wanting to receive or something. She really didn't want to do that if we were gonna extend his contract. Now, Kent, I don't know, we may want to get a copy of that contract for you to review, before we reach out to him and, you know, commit ourselves.
Well, we'll talk about this. The town of Petersburg has contacted me. Buying 5 to 10 acres out there. For a solar field, Emma, which is, there's one in Wayne Town. Then the one in Crawfordsville on 74, that's in business. And the town gets credit for having a solar field, blah, blah, blah. I told them, I said, that's not level land. I mean, there's a tree line on the east side of it. But they were still interested in maybe.
Are we able to do that with this Marion Langford? I know, yeah.
Oh, no, this isn't land.
Oh,
This is-
okay.
That's what I was gonna say. This is mine, ground.
This this is not the landfill.
Okay.
This is, they labeled that whole property after a landfill, when it's really just, there's only 16 acres or so that's landfill.
If you look on there, behind our gravel, or our current gravel lot, it stretches up along, comes behind the jail, up to the jail there. Said they 5 to 10 acres is what they would need. I think there's plenty in there, but they would, of course, buy it from us, so the price would be set, so. I don't know.
Would it landlock anything?
Depends on where they put it, though.
No, if they went.
If they put it south, if they put it south,
Southeast.
start south and then go east, that area, no, because you'd be east of this gravel pit, or you'd be east of this gravel, that stuff, and south of this gravel stuff.
Yeah, we
Going towards the old lake.
Well, it sounds like as long as they were in compliance, we kind of dictate where. to go.
Oh, it's like all these solar fields,
Yeah.
they look at everything. They make sure it's walked over more than land.
Right.
I mean, that's just, so I guess right now for Mr. Froge, we hold off and as long as all you want to do is receive.
And I don't know if he's wanting to put anything else, you know, on the ground to,
And how long is the contract? I've never dealt with, well,
if you're,
I don't know,
I've never seen.
I thought it just continued until one of us
yeah,
wants to. That's how I could.
I'll pull it.
Right now, I
You could send that to Ken and have him review it.
Yeah, let's look at it.
The actual boundaries on that contract, you know? Because he used to come over to the landfill.
yeah.
And they just put the one with the fertilizer on it too,
Yeah, so,
hog waste,
yeah.
they just knocked it all in. It's really nice out there.
They just sprayed it.
Yeah.
They sprayed it, did nice thing.
I guess he's got a contract, I guess, to do that. I'd like to know.
No,
I was too, so it was over.
You probably want to make sure that he's got a license to do that at that property. Because he has to be licensed.
Well, it's out there.
It's
a little late now.
Well, you just want to let him know so that you did last week.
So,
Well, personally, I can't see no other use for that land other than farming, for hay, or solar panels, because it's all at an angle and down, we're not gonna build anything on it. We don't wanna mess with our gravel pile, because hopefully one day we might do something more out there. So it'd be right on the edge, so if we could wait on that, I'll talk to Petersburg and say, hey, we would consider it.
Yeah.
What's your price and what's your boundaries? Get your people out here, and tell us what you want to do.
Will Petersburg be leasing the land into the solar panels?
No, they want to buy it.
They want to buy the land, but she needs to lease it to the solar panels.
No, IMPA is Indiana Municipal Power Association. They're in about 60 municipalities across the state of Indiana. Petersburg went with them years ago, and they give some type of a discount, no, they can't, are you familiar with Crawfordsville? I've been out of it a little bit, but there is a pro for Petersburg to do this on their electric rates. I'm not saying that electric goes right into Petersburg. Some of it might, that goes on the grid.
I don't think the power that is generated by those solar arrays goes, like the ones in Crawfordsville, that power is not going to, Crawfordsville directly. It's going to IMPA, and then IMPA sells Crawfordsville power, and they get a break on their buy rates from IMPA, which are that's a big help. Interesting thing is there's 4 IMPA solar parks in Crawfordsville that generate those, and they're not very big, they generate the same amount of power that the old coal plant. And then when it's sunny and when it's at full strength, those 4 solar arrays produce as much power as the old coal plant used to produce when it was just cranked and running full steam in that.
So, okay, so I'll talk to Zetersburg about it,
Okay.
and then talk to them. See what they want.
They're just gonna- we can purchase the process.
Okay.
There's municipality, that's that.
Government.
Okay.
Okay, transfer request, we have the treasurer's office, $1,000.
Susan's here.
Okay.
Susan? If you want, we're on your transfer, and you want to say anything? Not if you have to, I just saw you were here.
I just didn't have nothing. I don't know what you see, Tony, I don't know.
Okay. Okay.
So 1,000 from the line item for equipment to contractual services, and then the health, the health. Okay, the health department, okay, group health insurance, to supplies now $500, together one motion. Sorry.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
All right.
Rio, MDH, we have $13,455.26 from tires to other garage and motor. And then $12,793.52 from Greater Bay to another garage and motor. Line item, and then $5,000 from gas and oil to office supplies.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
All right.
Transfer funds. I know on this meeting, and I talked to Colleen about it, that, I really was not in favor of using any more CARES Act money, and I guess I was thinking, we just wouldn't use any more CARES Act money, even though the quarter had already passed, so they'd already used 16,000. Which Warren County shares 5,000 something, so Colleen's got out there $11,331.46. That would be transferred from the CARES Act line item in the Commissioner's budget and in general to go to. So I need to do that, and then if you want to keep that motion separate, we got $924 that needs to go for circuit court part-time because she has a special person who knows this. So do you want separate motions on this?
We
Do
can,
this one.
you can do this one.
Okay.
They're coming out of the.
So moving forward, there would be no more CARES Act funds being used for the health department. They're asking for additional appropriations. Next.
So I'll make the motion on the request to transfer.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Additional appropriation for the health department, 10,000. And this should get them through the end of the year since they just work, Wednesdays and Saturdays.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
3-0. Commissioners, budget line item, print and advertising and seat at $750.
Make the motion.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
3-0. My general maintenance, 7,000, that is for Deckers, the removing of the tanks of the highway department.
I'll make, the motion for the second.
Good job.
I just had a question for Ken on that. So if that's consulting, you use that. I mean, it's. I'm not questioning alcohol, but, just that we did it right.
Yeah, no, I think you did it right.
Okay, I'll second.
Just what we just went through. Yeah, no, that's, he was our consultant on that, consulting the service. You have an existing, just, kind of, what's it called, on-call agreement with Zephyr. And this just means he went way above the, not to exceed amount, and that's because it was a special project, now it has to be funded.
I'll second it.
Okay, all those in favor?
All right. Now, also I want to say about that, the amount of paperwork and precision Roger done, I was totally blown away.
Yes.
And I know Roger's not here,
Yeah.
but he came back clean from what I hear.
So he only had two little things that he missed. That was all that paperwork, and he had it back to the state the very next day. He said, oh, I'm sorry, you're this.
I can tell you that there were 95 pages to that report, 95 pages, 528 samples taken. 20 pounds of ice out of our ice machine to ship that gigantic cooler. And so the cost to ship that cooler had to be a fortune. Right. And to get the results back telling us, he called me personally and said, you're good to go. Don't tear the asphalt off. We're not in the gap.
I got
That's
you.
great.
Yeah.
So whatever you pay is not enough. That relief of knowing that you're done.
Yeah, that's been a long time coming.
Yeah, it could have been
It may not have
easy.
been necessary to be done, but it was done.
Right.
And we're through it.
Right.
And IBM's off our back, and so is everybody else. So,
It would have cost us a lot more than that.
Oh,
Millions.
Right.
Okay, we have some more additional appropriations,
We
Do.
didn't do the 20,000.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
the 20,000, for the maintenance of the landfill.
I'll make that motion for this one.
I'll second.
Those in favor?
All right.
Colleen, or did you want to say something about that?
Yeah, Colleen, that 20,000, is that, you got enough to cover, I just turned that bill in for that quote that we're redoing the ponds and stuff.
The 48,000,
Right.
I'm taking the 28,000 out of your budget and I need an additional almost 20,000.
Yeah, no, that's fine, that's good.
Okay.
Thanks. Yeah, we're good.
County General Emergency Management, $2,892. That's for the rental of 2 generators for a concert.
Now, is that to run our stuff, Bill?
Yes.
Our own stuff?
Yeah.
Nothing to do with Luke Bryan, right?
We try to use
What
that.
what that does is that supports our responders. We've got a mobile command coming in.
Yep.
We got a commissary coming in, all that goods hooked that up. So as far as responders, and they're supposed to be reimbursed for. So
Oh, okay. Okay.
Any expenditures you have in this concept, I'm supposed to come back to it.
Okay, great. I'll make the motion.
I have a second.
All those in favor?
All right.
The jail overtime, $7,500.
Here's my name.
That's for 45,000. Thank you. I'm like, I was looking for the heading.
I'll make a motion for the 52,500.
Okay,
I'll second.
all those in favor?
Aye. Andrew?
Yeah. Oh.
Do you know how many prisoners we got over there today? Approximately. I take it since our meals. Got lost.
68, 70.
Okay.
We got more coming, but the problem is it's quarantine. So So we've had bookings been full for over a month now, that rotate them in and out. Sullivan wants to send us 12 more, but we don't have room to quarantine them for 10 days right now. So as soon as we get more room, they've been sending us like 3 at a time. Yeah, so we've been using detox cells to quarantine, and it's, this quarantine thing is what's putting the hold on us. But we've served about 48,000 trays this year.
Right.
So, average cost per tray is $1.68.
Yeah.
Which is low because the state allows us $2.05 a tray. And there's a statute in there about meal money. I don't know if the state's responsible for giving us what meal money we need or what, but Jason was looking into that.
Okay.
So, yeah, we burned through that 75,000, which is where we were at the old jail in the budget was 75,000 for meal money. We never changed it. So now that we've been full, supersede.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, and lit public safety for the sheriff's overtime, $7,500. Additional appropriation, can you motion?
I'll make that motion.
Okay,
All second.
all those in favor?
Aye.
County website. I guess there's a contract with the strategies, and it's been reviewed. Do all of the assignments with this?
Let's just do it. I should go.
Okay,
Okay.
if you guys want to look at it.
Not a Kent did.
So 10,800,
And then it's,
40% for the first year, and, okay,
yeah,
all right. I think we have money
Yes,
budgeted for that. Servers.
certain. I asked her, he's gonna,
Okay,
we need to bring it up and talk about it. So,
okay, all right. Okay, for motion to.
I'll make a motion.
All those in favor?
All right.
Yeah. The grant agreement, 55,500, I think I did respond to that. I'll get that.
These are gonna be so easy.
Okay. By all of us, or just myself? Okay, all right.
Yes.
I'll make a motion for the park grant agreement.
All second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
And did you want to say anything about ordinance 2021-10?
No, it's just that's there's a statute that allows public right of way, streets, alleys, roads to be vacated and returned to private property when by statute, when a person makes an application, petition, then there's a statutory process. This is just an ordinance. This is just introduction today. We, on Friday, noted there has to be a public hearing that can't take place until, because of the newspaper's publication timeline, that'll be at the October 4th meeting, first meeting in October. We have to mail notice to all of the landowners that are along the property. This is a fairly big area of Rob Roy. But this is the process. It's the first step, and really grateful to the Watsons for somebody had done good legwork and provided legal descriptions for the old 1930s era platted alleys and streets that were never developed, but we do have legal descriptions. So.
Okay, so,
No action required now. We'll have a public hearing and a vote at the next meeting, or the first meeting in October.
Well, I don't know, do we want to open these bids, Tim, or you want to go through the?
What percentage standard would you think?
Let's be able to-
These are the sealed bids for the reassessment and the reassessment contract and the adjustments for the San Fernando Assessor's Office.
Well, pocket knife.
There you are. All right, the first is from Tyler Technologies. Like a paperwork. Tyler Technologies looks like the bid form, looks like documents are in place. For a bid of 414,000 even for Tyler Technologies.
It's a 4-year. No, that's for the 4-year cost. That's for the.
For your contact, yep.
Yeah.
Second bid is from the,
Admiral.
thank you.
What is it again?
Advalorem, AD, and then VALOREM Solutions. It appears that all documents are in place and provided the contract for this one, the bid amount is $344,640.
Yeah. Maybe new construction and more.
I believe that was only two bids received.
Just the two.
Those two bids received. There you go. Next couple days, like couple weeks. Sandy, was this your?
That's
Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay.
We'll take this under advisement. Right.
That is correct, yes. Okay. Let's move on to the department heads. Sharon, your reports.
Yeah, we'll do that. That was.
Did you guys still need me? I'm sorry,
Oh,
Brent.
Brent.
Hi there. I wasn't sure if you guys were wanting to do that as a new business or just hang on till you guys were wrapped up or what.
Go ahead.
Okay. Real quick. So is everybody still there or I'm still in the meeting, right?
Yes, we're still here.
Okay, good. Let me flip back over to the question. What I'm discussing is the need for, hold on, let me get to the right place. I'm talking about regional requests that are out there. And in particular, we have we have a couple different things. We have the Ready Grant that's going on right now. I don't know if you guys have the paper that I sent to you. Let me reference the exact amounts here. Let's see. Let me get my. Let me get the right one. Sorry.
Brent is our representative for Wynn and Lafayette and any economic development, Brent Power Bank from Attica. He lives up in northern Illinois. He does this totally free. We are the only person out of 10 counties that has an economic person not being paid. He does it out of generosity of his heart and his love for Fountain County. So, and he helps Attica with a lot of stuff too.
Thank you, Tim. Yes. Okay. So what we're facing with now is there are a number of different things that are going on right now from a regional perspective that wanted to bring up, to the commissioners and to the council. And for the real quick background, there is a grant that is 6 counties have gone together to go for a $50 million grant called the Ready Grant. And there's a group that's been formed. Brenda's on that, and I've been on it. The mayor of Covington, the mayor of Attica, Tim's been involved too. And we've been looking at projects. They're trying to figure out what projects would go forward for this, for the 50 million that they would request. And the big one that's coming up that needs to be discussed is the completing the Circle Trail part that would go with the Wabash Greenway. Okay. There's the Circle Trail is there, but one of the things to finish the Greenway would be to connect that in to the full Greenway network. Okay, what we can do is we can bring Stanton in from the project to talk about it, but basically the project looks like they're saying it has about a 5-fold return. This is the whole project from all the way from Cass County down, through all the different 5 counties that are involved. And what they're looking for is the Circle Trail they need matching funds. Okay. Ready will provide a certain amount, but they're looking for certain matching funds from the local areas. Dale White is going to provide 500,000 from the community foundation. And we're still, the ask is for 900,000 in total. Okay, 500 would come from Dale. They would need 200 a year for 2 years from the county in order to bring that through. So that's the request that's out there. It's a $400,000 request, 200,000 this year, early next year, and then 200,000 after that. And
okay, Grant, can you hold on for a second?
Yes.
And I'm sorry, the difference in this, other than the Circle Trail for Covington, I don't think the county's ever participated in anything in, is the fact that this is going to be a trail all the way through the county. This is Fountain County project. Or will be the project to come to Fountain County, where the original Circle Trail had nothing to do with the county. This does. So this will be our first branch of this trail. And then as the years go on, they'll pull it on up through to where it goes clear from Logansport, Indiana to 234 in southern Fountain County. It'll be a 90-mile trail. And the trails are, at this point, very, very popular things and can bring people to this county who hopefully would want to live there or something, something. That's a positive thing for the community. So that's why we're not asking for the city of Covington. We're asking for Fountain County. Okay, Brent.
Very good. Thank you. And the timing on that, just for everyone, is pretty critical. The Ready Grant has to be submitted by September 30th. There's 18 regions that are competing for total of 500 million. 10 of them will be granted 50 million. And so that's been going on, and they've ranked projects. This one has a high ranking from merit, I guess you would say. They're now going through a ranking of which projects have funding. Okay, so the final ranking that will go in against the request for the 50 million will be projects that have that local match. So Brenda will be at the Board of Governors on Friday doing the kind of the final count there. I have a meeting this afternoon, and we're close. We just need to know that, I guess that's the question, is does this rank high enough for the county to be able to go forward? But we do need to have an idea on funding. Okay.
The council does not meet until Monday, and you did say, did you reach out to Dudley?
I have not contacted Dudley directly, but I can do that. I'm not sure what we do then, because I know they don't meet till Tuesday.
Right, so I know that we meet Friday, and I'll try to do that soon, but, you're not gonna get a commitment from anybody, before Friday when the governing board meets. And that's when they need to know, is that correct?
That's correct. I mean, we could try to, everybody's going to be in there saying, we're waiting for this, we've got this, we've got that. This is where they're going to really, trim it and say, okay, who's got the commitments to go ahead and do these things.
Okay, so that's where in my email, I reached out to you and asked if you could forward these grant proposals that have been ranked by the governing board as potential, and get some input from the council regarding if they are in favor of committing some funds. Because like you said, 200,000 the first year, 200,000 the second year, and that's what we're going after. That one grant was 400,000, and we just need to commit 400,000. But if we can break it down, 200,000 for each year, I think the council is probably going to be more on board with that than all of it at the same time.
Correct. And I can do that, Brenda. I will put it together in a summary and when I send it to the entire council, then that list that you gave me.
Yes, I give you all the council's names and their email addresses, so if you could forward that to them, and then if you could get the feedback, and the commitment from them somehow that, okay, that this looks like a good project, or these look like good projects, and we are in favor of committing, whatever is needed to move forward.
Agreed. Okay. And hopefully we could get some commitments back before Friday, so you would know how far you can support it then on Friday.
And then if you need something from me, because I know that they emailed all that information to each one of us, Dwayne and Brad as well. And I think I did forward it to our other two commissioners so that they were aware of all the grant proposals that are out there by us, plus the other city towns and counties that are involved in this.
Right. Okay. So they.
Grant?
Yes.
I just want to kind of clear, because this confuses even if you're involved in it. But the Ready Grant is something that just came out, and it's with the possibility of us getting the region, Lafayette, West Lafayette, and the surrounding counties, 50 million, right?
Yes.
Okay, then when Wabash, Heartland Innovation Network,
yes,
they have put $1 million into this Wabash River Greenway already for a national firm, Kimley Horn, to do to plot it all out and everything. Okay, so we'll talk about when in a little bit, and then want to support Fountain County. But on that Ready Grant, there were 50 submissions, and the number one that the Board of Governors is Brendan Brent. The number one was regional Purdue University Airport going commercial, where you get commercial flights out of there. I wouldn't disagree with that, because you always think Lafayette's going to suck up all the money on these things, and Purdue. So keep in mind, we're going against Chittenden County, West Lafayette, Purdue. This, what we're doing with this 400,000 is the third thing on the list. Yeah, third thing on the list. Third thing, right? Third thing. Yeah. So that's how, these are people from all over the area saying, yes, this trail needs to be done.
So it's not Fountain County, it's not the Fountain County Commission, it's not anything else. This is people in the know. And Brent had mentioned getting Stan Lambert down here from Tiffany County. He's done the waterfront in Tiffany County for several years, full of all kinds of information. And Dale White to come and talk to the council. Brent's gotta be gone or can't make it down. So that's where we're at. And then while I'm talking, Brent, I might save you some time. Wynn had a presentation in Fountain County stone site requirement about a month ago. And Tom was there, Dudley was there, all three commissioners, Dale White. There was it was a really good showing, probably 40 or 50 people from Fountain County came. And Lilly has funded Wynn for 4 years. They have a $40 million grant. And they would spend of that grant, 1,500,000 in Fountain County. Okay, so this Lilly grant is going to run out next year. So what they have to do is prove their worth, what they have done. Well, this trail is one of the things they've done with the county. And then they've done quite a bit of work with local factories and sensors and things. And what was the other one? What was some of the other stuff, Brad?
Yeah, I think that there's the Aeroset, which the high altitude balloon that gives broadband. They put that in place. Now that's more to the north, but they're looking at doing one down in our area this way also. And then they've done a lot of initiatives with education, and Fountain Central had done some things with them there, more than Covington or Attica. But they've been they say they spent 1.55 million, and I guess if I look across it, that's out of the 40, let's say. And so they do have, we have farmers that are involved in the agricultural program. It's been rough because of COVID and everything getting there. We have Harrison Steel, we have C&D, we have, I think, Flex, are all working on the manufacturing front. They're actually working with Purdue on some of their projects. So it's really starting to take hold, I would say. It's been a tough one. They are very well regarded. I would say they are as big a factor from a national and international win in terms of bringing in, companies and interest into this whole high-tech agriculture and manufacturing.
So, I mean, Harrison Steel, C&D, all these companies are getting top-notch engineering, working with Purdue and things for virtually nothing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah. So the bottom line is, they are asking from Fountain County for the next 3 years a commitment of $50,000 a year, 10% of the 1.5 million to continue these projects in Fountain County. They're asking each county to participate because of grant funding. They don't know that Lily's not going to say, yeah, we'll do it again. They're trying to keep it set up to keep rolling to where every county puts them. I can't think of a better way.
I'm sure that Lily is probably asking them, let's see some of your matching funds,
Right.
You want to continue, see what the counties are saying.
Right. So, okay, I think that's about it. Other than I'd like to say some more about you. 74 graduate of Attica High School?
72.
72, okay. His mother's a school teacher up there for years, Lee Bauer, man. He went on to Purdue, and he retired as a vice president of Abbott Labs and spent a lot of years in Europe working for them. Brent, we're very lucky to have him. He's a huge asset. And I just wanted to thank you, Brent, for everything you do.
Okay. Well, you're too kind, but thank you. It's been a challenge, but it's exciting time for Fountain County and the region.
It is. Yeah. So we're finally tied in. So, okay.
All right.
Hey, Brian, do we need a motion or anything to commit the 50,000? Can that wait until our next commissioner meeting? I don't think they need anything from us right away, do they?
Well, they want to know in a month, apparently. Their timeline is to line up what commitments they have within a month. So,
Okay. Maybe after talking to the council Monday, we can have an answer before our next commissioners meeting. Is that all right?
yeah, I can try to put together some of the background there too that would help the committee, the council, see what we've gotten for that, for the money that they've invested and what they're looking for from us.
Okay.
Hey, and also Grant, could you get us a list of the farmers participating in Fountain County?
Yes.
I think
Yep.
that. Okay.
Yeah, and I'll get that from Ted Fiac and all.
Okay.
We'll do. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Okay, you guys, thank you so much.
The sheriff here?
Yeah, hang on, we gotta come back to problem. We need to, the talking cost agreement, we are paying this contract now, we just need to finalize the contract for this year, and get it in place. This contract we're gonna sign as is contingent that, myself and Kent will work with Paul and their attorney to come up with any differentiations or maybe.
You think some minor changes that I didn't have on my old notes on that, on fees and stuff that they were charging, they. So it's just.
I think I got
It's ready to go, there's just, you can just make a motion to approve it with, giving the discretion to Andrew and I to follow through with any minor changes, interlineations, if it's nothing that affects the county, it's just what, it's just about their operations,
Okay.
and that'll get that checked off and.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second that.
All those in favor?
Aye. Okay, now we can.
Well, on that, like I said, I will say I had my doubts a year ago on how much money we spent with these people.
Oh,
But once I went up there and visited, and I tell any of you to go up there,
Yeah.
it is amazing. The kennels are clean, it's just amazing, but they don't mind people stopping by. I mean, they feed 2 times a day. I think they're there, somebody's mainly through the day. Anyhow, it's a lot of work for what we're,
So what are we giving?
30, 20,
28.
The next year is gonna go out.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have some old towels,
Trench, vent sheeting, they take anything and they're gracious for it. Yeah, it's
so
more
they're
showing.
asked, and they said, oh, you have to have a little towel, sheets, whatever.
Yeah, if anybody loses an animal and have extra dog food, cat food, and litter,
They'll take it all.
they'll take that.
Yeah.
They can use that.
Yep.
Okay. I haven't signed it.
Okay, I was just,
For sure.
Yeah. And
Not much. We're in the process of getting new SOPs made by Lexipol. The Sheriff's Association has upfronted for every county in the state to go with the Lexipol program to redo policies. So we just spoke with them, but they won't be integrated until March. It takes about 6 months to get them complete. And they do partner with EMC, which gives us a 10% discount on our liability insurance. For the county.
yeah, that's awesome.
So,
Yeah, Charlie needs to know that once you get it.
yeah.
That actually helps some business.
No cost to us. And so what happens if we amend the policy, they send it out in an email to everybody on the department. And they have to acknowledge it. It's a pretty fancy deal. So, we've never had anything is significant, I guess.
Well, with everything happened, you need to read it, understand
That's it. We're setting at 70 inmates per
it.
jail, so.
Paul, did you have your? What you were about, all these here? Second amendment, yeah.
I didn't.
Sure. I mean, well, I know you're here, that's why you're here.
Yes.
I want to go back there.
So, after teaching the Constitution and learning and understanding how much government overreach there really is and potential for government overreach to continue, it was brought to my attention by a fellow by the name of Jason Austin, who lives in Malott. And Kosciuszko County had previously passed a resolution and an ordinance for their county to become a constitutional rights sanctuary county. And basically what it is saying is, hey, look, you guys as commissioners are the legislative body for our county. And with that being said, the resolution and the ordinance basically states that we take our oath seriously to uphold the Constitution of the United States of America, and not just that Constitution, but also our state constitution, which I don't know if any of you guys have ever read the Indiana State Constitution or not, because I haven't. I didn't even study it, even in school or anything. And because I have been studying our United States Constitution, I have also made it a point to read the state of Indiana's Constitution as well. And there are very valuable, inalienable rights given to us by God that is not given to us by government or by man. And if we don't know what those are, then we can't stand for them and uphold them. And I very much want to thank you again for your position that you have taken in the statement coming out for individual rights to choose how we handle our children and even our local offices and so on and so forth. But this just takes us another step further, stating, hey, look, we are serious when it comes to our constitutional rights. And I have gone through and not recreated it, but copied basically what Kosciuszko County had done and input everything in it for Fountain County. And I emailed it to you all this morning, to each one of you commissioners and Kent and Colleen. So if you guys would review it and seriously consider making Fountain County a constitutional rights sanctuary county, that would be great.
Basically says that we will not use any of Fountain County's funds to take your guns away. Period.
Well, and there's just a lot more to it.
Yeah, I know.
But yes, and that is one of them that it does point out, and it does mention our Second Amendment rights.
It's saying, what else is there? Not in Fountain County, you're gonna do it anyhow.
Yes, and
Not
so,
with our help.
and I'm very thankful. I'm very thankful that we are all here for such a time as this and the positions that we have and concern.
There's over 38 counties in the state of Kansas.
And I think Kosciuszko is probably the first county that was passed in December of 2020.
Yeah.
And so it's not,
Really, along the Ohio River, about everyone has done. Vandenberg is, that surprised me.
wow, good.
So, but there's no one up there. Clay, I think, is the closest one to the Clay.
Okay,
I don't know why you would. Pretty cut and dry.
and here.
That kills two birds with one. You in support? All right.
Anybody here?
Is this the one? We are, we have a constitutional right to form a militia. And I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure that but that would be something that we would want to discuss with our county sheriff, Sheriff Holden. Yeah. And so that's all I have on that, but I do have one more thing for my office. I got rid of the filing cabinet last week. I don't know if I didn't know if anybody needs to pay for it. It was just basically
100 years old.
John, yeah,
Would it
so,
cost $20, $30, $50, something like that.
so,
The cost,
so I just gave it away, if that's okay. And if I needed to do anything else.
I think as long as we classify it junk and the cost to advertise, exceeds the value of the piece of equipment, we have free rights to, classify it as, what's the term, Ken, I'm looking for?
Junk.
Jump.
I think surplus, I think it's surplus, surplus property.
And that's all I have.
Thank you.
Come on, get out, trying to save us. Come on, Darby.
Morning. Just a few things. I'm just gonna turn in a letter just for letting you know I had an EMT resign, for payment obligations. I'm just gonna be filling that spot. It's a full-time spot. I'll give that to her. Ken, I just wanted to follow up. Did you get my email reference? The green truck? Okay. Okay. Status on the truck, you told me last week, looks like September 23rd, we're gonna get delivery, fingers crossed. But we're also hearing that Ford and Chevy and all them are starting to shut production down because they can't get the chips. So, but right now, what their dealership's saying September 23rd for the chassis, and then it'll be 40, 45 days after that, we should have delivery.
Also, just a reminder, if you could, get us revised quotes for the, air, interface.
Speaking of that, I've reached out, 2 companies have come in and looked at, the ceiling in the bay. It may be, cost is gonna be a lot more than probably the netting, but, we looked at 2 things. We looked at, Park County Builders come in and then, Greg Cantrell's come in and looked at it. We were gonna create the way the I-beams are set, to almost create a cathedral style ceiling. That was an option. Another option was coming just like straight across. And then, you know, setting it, we have to drop the lights, some of the power down, and then we'd also have to, put in the ductwork and all that. So I've had those 2 come in and look at it. Believe they can do that. The one company said the challenge is working around all the garage doors and all that. So that's playing a little bit of, you know, challenge there. So I got 2 companies looking at it, looking for that third. And then I'll get it. Once we get that idea, then I'll get with the heating, have them coordinate with them, revise all that to where it's all one lump.
I would maybe recommend at this point too, having somebody come do a maintenance check on that heating system, and maybe fire it up. And just be sure it's gonna function properly now before we get into this.
And we're at that time, we need to have the other furnaces looked at too, so we're good for that, we'll have that done. So, the only thing I had was, we got a quote, and I given that to you on the parking lot. Revise that, and then get the second one on that, or what do you, I know we're late in the season, I don't know if we can get it done, but we gotta do something with it.
So at least reach out
Okay.
and get, that was a pretty insignificant number, but yes, revise that quote, make sure that's up to date.
Okay. Other than that, we finished out with another busy month, over 280 runs. So,
I got an email from Jill the end of August. Staff wide, just wondering if, we had a chance to look over the stats, you know, that she turned in to you. And would there be an upcoming meeting where, you know, maybe she could attend to discuss this further? I know that the last time we met, we had some counsel there. But I just didn't know.
I think we were waiting on the stats, and then I think we're gonna try to have a meeting with all the council, and, you know, I know some are there, but I think that's where we left it at. We was gonna get some statistics, and then we were gonna try to have a joint meeting, or not really joint meeting, but.
I didn't know if she'd reached out to you, she'd reached out to me at the end of August, and so, I haven't seen anybody else's name, well, so.
I think the only thing I got was the
Just three of
stats,
us.
yeah.
So anyway, yeah, just let me know, when we need to meet so we can talk about this and not,
Yeah, I don't know if you want to bring it up next week at the council meeting, bring them aboard, or how you want to do that.
Please do that.
So what you want, yeah, I didn't.
I'll be there, I'll try and Zoom if I
Okay.
can.
Oh,
You'll be here?
yeah, we'll bring it up.
Okay.
I don't know if we want to have,
Monday's council.
And just so everybody's aware, just that one, they had done 80 runs in 2019, 82 runs in 2020. And it looked like they were roughly on track to do 80 to 90 runs for the 2021 year. So that's how many runs they're doing. Flights, I guess.
Yeah.
Flights. Or back kind of residents.
yeah,
So I just want to bring that
Right.
up. Thank you.
I don't know if you want to contact her and have her come in and do, do you want her to come in and present that with you guys?
I do, I think.
She said she'd meet in person or Zoom, whatever,
Person, I'm a person.
She, we just need to get
It's
over,
kind of
she's,
short notice.
she's like 2 or 3 hours away,
Yeah.
so we just need to get.
Do you want me to do that? or you-
Yeah, if you want to reach out to her and see if she can come that day,
Okay,
your meeting.
Has she been here before, I think, has she been here, I don't know.
She was at National Night Out, but we met.
she said she thought it was here 2 years ago in 2018 or 19 and done a presentation. I think it was actually 2020 that. Well, I think she revisited 2020 and then COVID hit, and we never did follow up back with it, but Joe, myself and Tina met with her and another guy we were putting together a presentation to bring to you guys last year, and unfortunately COVID hit, we didn't do it.
I think it's a good idea to bring her in.
Okay, I'll get a hold of her and I'll have her come in on next Monday. That's all I had. If you guys have anything else?
Thank you.
Tuesday? I'm like. Okay.
So,
She got this. Like Sandy, did you have something?
Oh, well, I wanted to let you know,
Thanks, Gar.
Thanks, guys.
our server is getting full. And Colleen thinks that we have a new server, but we need to look at getting a new server because for tax assessment, with reassessment starting, we got 544 gigabytes left out of 1.79 terabytes. And I don't want to crash, so,
Are we at the point, I know that we share.
Brad?
server. Is
Yeah.
Brad back there?
Can you
This is over our heads.
update us on this? It's in.
Hey, come here, I want you to sit here.
So that space that she's talking about, she's probably 50 gigs past last year, so we're not gonna crash. We do share that server between everybody.
Okay.
If we do have a new server that we need to move everything to, we just need to get it done.
Okay.
And we gotta get it told software companies and stuff, so that's on the
how long
list.
do we have the new server?
I'm not sure.
Let me ask you this, because I know the question was brought up at one time, that room that's up there, you need some cooler air.
Yeah, I want to take all these servers and put them up there, but it was 83 degrees in there last week, it was 70, so
Okay.
I need one of those split units.
Do we have any money, Colleen, to get? We'll have to ask for additional appropriation.
And I know that, well, I don't know, because we have that COVID grant, and I don't know if that can be used for that, because I need to move everything up, I need to secure it up there.
ARP money.
Or, yeah, whatever. So,
So I know that at one time you were working on cybersecurity things so that we can, for the ARP, because we're getting to the point where I think we need to get a committee together to see what we want to spend those funds on.
sure,
Like yesterday. But I just want to be ready. I know that we got our money already, and Colleen and I have, conference call with Jake German from Thornburg over some stuff. But, yeah, if we can get something, because I know at one time we had talked about getting, new equipment for commissioner council meetings, you know, the room, and then that kind of fell through because of the heating and cooling. We need to be on the same page as far as what we're gonna do, so.
So we probably need to sit down, make a list.
So can we do that sooner rather than later, because I think the server's been here quite some.
Okay, yeah.
And
In order to
it needs
do
to be
the upstairs,
installed.
I need cooler temperatures.
Yeah,
obviously.
I need to, and if we can get that split unit up there, I mean, I'm not worried about the winter time, but.
Right.
Yeah.
Summer. Okay.
Is there a way we can do an additional and
Back door in the air, feed lines.
Probably.
Because talking
if
to
it's an
Jake,
approved thing,
yeah,
Roughly what we spent on I-1 would be a good value.
about 15,000
I mean, that would be probably.
in the ballpark.
Now, they had 3 splits, I don't need one.
Right.
I think one will take care of that, but I'm not an AC guy either, so.
There's not much traffic in there.
Yeah, I just for valuation purposes, I mean, just to give her a ballpark of numbers. I agree, it won't be that much, but that would give us.
But that would
Good price.
cover it.
so would it be best if we did an additional appropriation roughly for what 911 did, to give us an idea? And then the you're gonna have to ask council
Right.
which fund, and then we can talk to Jake to backdoor the ARP funds to.
I would say county general and then, but I can check with Dudley.
Check
What
with
do you
him,
guys think?
because he may. I guess I need a motion. Okay.
I do have a question. That we will get quotes, or we need probably two, we need a motion for additional appropriation from county general. To that,
Well, she's gonna,
contingent on what the council.
yeah, I would say county general funds can't be used in the council. And let her know,
Right,
so that we can use those funds to purchase a unit.
So this is gonna take like a month and a half, by then it's gonna be cool enough.
Well, I think,
Next year.
I know, I understand that, but you
Yeah.
can start before they're going in there then, and get it started moving, and get
Right.
stuff going to
but
have
at
it.
least to get the unit in there, we could. Assume they're available. Are they available?
I assume they were, those didn't seem to be a problem,
Okay.
but God knows what we're in on.
So do we have a timeline when this meeting's gonna happen, and you're gonna do
So-
all this to get it started? Because I think that super's been sitting there for a year.
I understand that, but I don't think it's a crazy necessity to have it going next week, is it?
Well, I don't know, who
Right.
knows about it?
Well, he just said that if there's enough in there,
I
that it
mean-
would crash.
Right,
Yeah, no, we're good, and the server she's speaking of has stuff on it, we just have not moved her software
Okay.
to it, so we're cool.
Okay.
Not hers, but isn't it sitting in a box?
No,
Oh,
that's something totally different. I was misinformed. So it's upstairs running, but our stuff hasn't been transferred is what I understand. It's set up, ours just hasn't been transferred.
Because you need to reach out to certain vendors to, right?
I think so. We need to.
You know, that's a little long. I don't know, that's too long to deal with. If you got on the server, get the stuff moved, get it on there,
I understand that.
instead of just letting it sit there.
I've only known about it for 5 minutes, so I think we'll do what we can to get the ball rolling.
Thank you.
Okay, so I need a motion to, how much?
I 15,000 is what Andrew thought it'd be. That's probably more than enough, right?
Okay.
Yeah, I would guess if we had to, that'd be my rough guess, but if I reach out.
Would you like equipment or capital?
Um,
Capital, okay. All right, 15,000 capital outlays. And we're gonna say county general at this point,
Based upon the
Based-
council approval.
contingent on, you know, the council.
And-
approval to-
And, yeah, I guess we can bring this up to the council.
And then if the back door,
If
they
we
are,
Right.
to bring, you know, they would be happy
Right.
about that.
Yes.
You wanna do that Monday?
Yeah.
Well, you won't be acting on it, but we can talk about it.
Yeah.
We can talk about it.
Because the additional will be until the following month,
It'll be October before you can vote.
Yeah.
because she's got advertising.
At least we can say something.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay,
I'll make that motion.
All second.
all those in favor?
Aye.
3-0.
And I'll reach out to get some quotes on these ones. Everybody. Or whatever the recommendation may be for that room. I assume it will be.
Sounds very. Okay, Rusty?
It'll take a while to get your lunch out. I get a chance to talk, I'm gonna make you sad. And listen, right? Wendy.
I'm gonna get it. Time for you.
I got a couple of things. One, Rob Roy Bridge has been repaired, completed, and the road is now open.
Awesome.
Yeah. Number two, County Road 300 from Wingate to Covington has been chip sealed. That job is completed. Community Corrections took care of Fountain County line to 341. And the highway did from 341 to Covington.
What are they doing?
Pardon?
Community corrections did, and I'm like, well, they're,
Crossings, CC. Well,
see, we do pay attention.
I'm sorry, I apologize. Also, County Road 750 North has been completed by community crossings. Corrections, whichever, okay. So those projects are out of the way. We've already discussed a great report on the fuel tanks being gone. There's a couple things people don't realize that Roger does that he doesn't get paid for, and that's babysitting me. Roger is, he is a good source. If I have a major problem, drainage, or what have you, that I can call him or shoot him a text, and I'm telling you, he answers me immediately, and it just makes it a lot easier. That being said, we do have a problem in Springtown, Indiana. The hole has grown. I finally went up there Friday, Travis sent a crew up. We put the big cement barricades and completely closed that street because now the hole is in close to the street. So we've increased the thing. I don't know what we need to get done. I don't know legally, and now it is our problem because it's in the street. Do we dig it out? Do we backfill it? What do we do with it? That's my question.
This is the.
It has grown. So something is sucking water somewhere.
There's a lot of lines down there underneath that now.
Yeah, so this is possibly mine. What's Roger's take on it?
Well, what? I was just gonna blame Joe because he's gonna give me maps, but I'm not gonna do that. Roger's take at first was we were gonna backfill. And then I think we got into a legal issue because it was, but it wasn't our problem. And now it is our problem. And so we're still in that process. Eventually, we're probably gonna be the ones step up to the plate and say, we gotta fix this. We gotta do something about it.
Rusty has been determined what the source is.
No, not yet. That's my point. I need to know, do we go ahead and dig and excavate and find out if there's a big hole there that everything's gonna fall in? Or what do we do with it? So
I would take Roger's advice. And that's-
Well, I will take Roger's advice, but I also am gonna need some right-of-way support, some map support.
Yeah.
To try to determine, if we are digging on a mine shaft, we need to tell that property owner, sorry, son, you're gonna lose them.
Right.
Or, I mean, we gotta give him something, and he's been very patient. And we've tried to be patient, but I'm getting to the point where I'm getting frustrated of not knowing what's under there. And I don't wanna set an excavator up there, start digging, and then all of a sudden it's in there. And,
Right.
I've tried to find, there's just all that area down there, underground mine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Some lines you can get blueprints on where the bankers are going, but I have yet to find anything under Springtown. I've gotten maps that shows shafts. The shafts where they've had vent shafts of air and shafts to get in coal mines. But I haven't found anywhere that shows the fingers on where the shafts are actually built. But that being said, if that earthquake we had has really opened it up. And so it's something we're gonna have to really kind of study and try to figure out what we can do.
that was the next day after the earthquake down there, that hole appeared. And it's just been getting bigger.
Joe, have you searched Bunker Town? Because they had a lot of mines too. That was a mining town.
Where at?
Bunker Town, have you
Oh,
searched
yeah,
that?
that whole area from Stringtown, further down to, Lodi, and Silverwood, there's places down there that people don't write us down, but that actually didn't know it and have built over.
Oh, a lot of
And
about.
Yeah.
They're just
Yeah.
down there everywhere.
And that's what's intimidating here. If I do excavation and it gives away and that house falls in, now I'm liable. For the county, I mean, we're at a point where it's almost, we're gonna need an engineer to say, hey, here's what we're doing, here's the plan, and go with it, because it's way beyond my grasp as to, I can dig a hole, I can backfill a hole, but if I dig a hole and the house falls in, then where are we at? So I'm presenting this to you guys like, I personally feel that you need to ask Roger, since he's under your, he'd do it, but I think he needs to do an engineering situation. Okay, and I appreciate that. Update, one of our new trucks is in, finally got here, it's at getting the snowplow, sander and all that stuff put on it. The other was still sitting in Washington as of Friday. That was the last talk I had with him. I will tell you this, equipment, as he has mentioned, you can have all the money in the world sitting there. It's going to be far and few between. We're at the point where we need to reorder 2 road graders and keep the system circulating and 2 more trucks. I'm afraid to do that because I'm afraid that if we get the money sitting there, it's just gonna sit there. I'd rather wait until availability is becoming more popular, then come back in and research some money. Either way, it's gonna be a long time. And we're gonna get behind the 8 ball. The transfer of the funds that we asked for today, out of tires and out of what have you down, we have some major work's gotta be done. One of the road mowing tractors is $3,800 just for the universal hub and the front wheel drive assist. Those are things that are happening in the dump trucks that we have. I hate to do brand names, but the internationals are costing us a fortune. I'd like to get rid of all 4 of them if I could. I know we can't, but those things we're past maintenance. We're past warranty. It's into our pocket now. And that's why we're transferring. We went through, ordered all the grader blades we could to make sure all graders have new blades for the winter. We did the same thing with tires. Now we're transferring that money to take care of the problems, turbos, what have you, on these dump trucks. That's just nickel diming us to death. So that being said, I think that you guys in the council need to look at some type of a program that we can all put together that's going to help you in the future, in the next year or two, because I think that's how long it's going to be with this problem. I will tell you that if you ordered a road grader today, they'll be here at the end of November. John Deere is the only one that machines are being processed right out. There's no holdback. And the demand on them is very high. So it has to be a sold order even to get into their system. I didn't foresee any of that, didn't basically plan for new road graders. So it was just something that brought to my attention that if we don't get the trucks, we may have to have the graders, and we've got a couple that are 13 years old that we need to look at replacing here maybe pretty quick. So it's just food of thought, and that's about the only thing I have left, other than the exhaust fan I brought in. So.
I know where you're going with that one.
I'll get shut up on the bid.
Okay, I'm
We
done.
need 2 more bids.
Yeah,
No, I understand. I'm just, I brought what I brought. I'm done unless you have something.
So are you going to get the 2 more? Okay. Good. All right. And it is a health issue at this point.
Yeah. I'm glad you said
We cleaned that whole place up, $6,000.
more.
And it is already getting diesel fumes all over everything in that office.
There is one
I
more.
know that I went in there right after they cleaned it, and it did smell clean. But just the period of time I was there, I just started coughing like no other, and I just got up.
No matter how open it is, that stuff comes right back in. You can't get it then. You gotta have something to get it out.
So
COVID,
what I think,
I,
what Andrews told me, this was the one that dropped down over the mufflers.
yeah, well, some of them suck it out.
Yeah.
To a
drops
period,
down
yeah.
over
Right.
the exhaust where it sucks it out, and it can be moved.
It's brought to my attention again, this COVID programs going around. That's what I call the program. When we're quarantined, are we still under the same rules that we were before? Because it's getting close to home.
That's a, what scenario? That's a.
Well, we're not in an emergency situation. so-
I understand that, but I've got people that are coming in contact and being told to stay home. Where do we stand on the 14-day quarantine program?
Has the health department changed their guidelines as far as,
This.
if someone, yeah, CDC. I just didn't know what you were sending out to,
It's still the 14-day quarantine.
so some businesses, you know, even though you were in contact, you still go to work if you don't show something.
Well, and I understand that. But if I lose 4 people to COVID, you just want to shut the doors.
And that will.
I mean, I'm just saying, it just, I don't want it started. I know we've had some guys in contact with it, and fortunately, the 2 that we've had in contact are on vacation. They're staying home anyway, so it's a situation I want to be prepared for it when it hits us and slaps us. I don't have a problem going to work if everybody else wants it.
Right.
Right, and right now, or since it's not an emergency, if they take time off, they're using their own time.
Well, that's what I need to know.
I think that would cure most.
Well, I'm just saying that, you know, there are situations. Also, is there a password for those things that you got? Does anybody have a password for them?
What?
The thermometer, yeah, ours went out because electricity's been off twice now, it won't work because we don't have passcode to re-enter. Started.
So do you know, is there those temperature readers? Is there a password?
no idea.
Because I know Tina was trying it, well, ask Tina, because she was in charge of Tina, then maybe she knows.
Yeah, Tina's on here.
Can you get an instruction booklet?
I don't have any instructions, I just told me to plug it in, it worked fine, we were about to get their temperature, now we.
Well, take it out.
Yeah, trying to get her.
I just,
She's unmuted if you want to talk to her. Tina?
we walked
Do you know
by.
if there's a password or something for the thermometers?
Tina, can you hear
Tina? She's unmuted. I don't know.
Is she muted?
Well, if somebody gets that, would you send it to them?
Sure.
I'll let you know.
I appreciate it. That's it, I am done.
Is that all you have?
Anybody else?
No, I don't have anything. Do you guys have anything else for Rusty?
All right, see you. Right.
Oh, wait a minute. You're not done.
I'll talk to Roger now. Okay, thank you. Just let me know, so, I mean, we can. I talked to him. Okay, thanks. Appreciate it. I gotta go downstairs. Okay.
I'll be quick. 234 junkyard, he called in a few weeks ago, he's been involved in a accident for me.
Okay.
The company that he takes his stuff to and accepting stuff, I think he said due to workers shortage and all that, so he asked for an extension. Told him to give until mid-September on that, so then
At least you found that.
yes, and I did drive down by there. He did say he was able to get a few things. When I drove down there Friday, it looked like a few things were gone, but now the weeds are exposed to the cars, so it's might be getting worse, but we'll see what happens after the 16th, so. I know Jenny, I think, worked with, and
Meaning down 234.
no, not that one. There was another house.
Dixie V and Lincoln Station.
That might have been.
Yeah,
And I think-
attempting to clean that.
Yeah.
They gotta do a lot for.
Yeah.
House needs tore out.
So Tanya's
Yes,
house, so. property.
they did fix some junk cuts, so. You know anything about the bank in Kentucky?
I know Jimmy's still working
I know
on
they
it,
got their $70,000 fine.
Yeah. so. No, I,
They did that, kind
what I didn't understand from them and even Terry said he could arrest that person at the bank because of COVID, doesn't want to evict the person, which I don't understand that. That's a minimum, they could arrest him for trespassing.
right? Right, they repoed that in 2018, one day worked over that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
they tell you, okay.
that's all I have, unless you guys have anything for us.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I just talked to Tina, and she said that she bought them, but handed them, and they plugged them in, so. She has none.
Yeah, I didn't even know there was a password. I mean,
Like I said, I have to look at it to see.
13 or maybe more.
Was it 1,300 feet, something like that? Wasn't those 1,300 feet?
Somebody just already.
I got a hand all over
Well, Joe, do you have anything?
I don't forget. Oh, what's yours? No, I don't really, other than, working on the, tour
We did, just to give you an idea, there's, right now, on our planning, we've got, right at 120 responders that are being working with them.
Wow.
That includes the, like the EMA and the backup people that, actually support. I think altogether, I think there'll be about 90 some responders itself that will be between law enforcement, EMS. And that's out of 4 out of 14. So, and we do need, Edward, to me, we really need to think about doing a, event plan ordinance, just throw that these people, or if we got something we got supply with, we know we're going to.
And just to tie in with that on Joe, just last weekend, or weekend before last, we didn't know there was an event, private property, motorcycle race, ATV race where Troy Myers used to live and stuff. We had no clue that was even going on. Troy Myers' old property.
Yeah, see, that's the thing, you get an event, and suppose there's an event, that event going on in October, we've still never, I've never been approached through the company or anything.
What Eric's talking about, it's not even on Badland property. It's a different place.
Yeah.
Adjacent to.
That's the thing of it is, even though it's on private property, if you have thousands of people.
Yeah, I'm not saying that, I'm just saying what it's involved in, yeah.
Yeah, it's just different, it's different thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That just give you an idea how many go on.
But anyway,
I guarantee an insurance company doesn't know about that, that has a property.
yeah.
Which property does?
Myers.
Oh, we called the company putting that thing on once we found out. We only found out on Facebook. That event was going on, because we just wanted to see if there going to be a food. I think it was located out in somewhere in Indiana. Of course, they didn't answer, so I'm sure they all were at the event, but just that one.
Yeah, what are you saying, personal home insurance, is that insurance, liability insurance?
Well, that's what, just to give you an
I
idea.
promise you, they knew nothing about it.
Well, the concert down there, that's when finally Spurs, they have now closed the entrance by the pump. Because she started looking, the homeowner started looking into the liability.
Oh,
And the insurance company told us. So they closed that, they restricted access to that end. So that's just.
That's good,
Yeah, it is.
and then the rest will be fenced, right?
Well,
Liability fence.
it's guard, they're gonna have guards down, there's no defense.
Oh, I heard they were taking fencing around like 50 acres. But that's not happening.
Haven't heard that, so we recommended that. And we were told, well, there's gonna be guards down there.
Oh, okay. Good enough.
We can only make recommendations.
Right.
That's all.
But it's coming together, there's a lot of people that's working.
I don't have anything else.
New Century Road, will that need closed? 5 years ago, we tried to close it. And east different than west.
That'll be the same process, maybe, that'll be the same process.
Okay, and then that one up there on 800 too, was it some half mile?
Right.
Okay, 809, 50, I believe. Okay, and Kent got the jail demo paperwork ready real quick, and it's when Crawfordsville paper this weekend. I only got it out quick. And found kind of never already had calls.
Monday of the scope of the work, because it was pretty vague on what you wanted to bid, and I really didn't have an answer for it now.
I told the guy from Coachville, you come and look at it, and tell you want to open the bid or anything like. No, it says if you have to tear the building down, you have to remove it, whatever, you have to reseed it. Pretty pretty much so says on there what you need to do. Now, size, I don't know how big it is. If you want to bid it, you need to come look at it. If you need in it, I'll let you in.
Right, okay, and I can let them know that they can come look at it, because I think their concern is all the concrete, big jacking, and then you've got all that steel bars and everything in there,
It's not.
and I,
Is it local, asking?
Yes.
Yeah. Did they read the part about their financials and bonding and everything else, which is
Some-
huge
yes.
hurdles? I mean,
so.
but it had to be done, properly done.
So anyway. I answered the best I could. Okay, it's not everything, so let's do that until next time.
I'm